We are demanding release. It's part of it. It's part of
Today marks day 3 of Chairman Wontumi's arrest. On 28th May 2025, Chairman Wontumi was arrested by Economic and Organized Crime Office. And this issue has brought a lot of disagreement in the country. I made a video about Chairman Wontumi's house surrounded by national investigation officers, and they were not able to enter Wontumi's house. So after this incident, security invited Wontumi to their office, and Wontumi agreed and attended to their requests. When Wontumi went to their office on 28th May 2025, they collected all the information they needed from him. On his way to his house, Economic and Organized Crime Office personnel surrounded Wontumi on his way to his house with their cars and made an arrest. Wontumi was confused because why? You can even invite him to your office. Why that you have surrounded him like a criminal and took him to your office? Because they think this is against human rights laws in the country. Because you can send him a letter and he will attend to it. By surrounding him on his way to his house and make an arrest, there is against human rights laws in the country. So the minority in parliament went for sitting in parliament to discuss major issues circulating in the country. When they went for the sitting, they disagreed to continue with the issues on the table. So they said, if Chairman Wontumi is not released, they will never sit in parliament for that issue to be deliberated. So they left parliament to Yoko's office.
Saying that until Iyoko is able to do the right thing, we, the MPP side, however our numbers, will protest by absenting ourselves from proceedings of this house and join him. We are all going to sleep there with him, and we are not going to ask for any property. We don't have 50 million worth of properties. Where is he going to get it from? That go and bring landed documents. Mr. Speaker, they must do the right thing, and we will not be part of any proceeding.
So they went to Yoko's office to make this issue known so that they will release Chairman Wontumi. When they went, they were not allowed to enter the premises of the office. So they sat outside the office because they didn't get the chance to enter the Yoko's office. And this brought a lot of issues in the country because they said that why is that they were not allowed to enter the office? But according to Yoko's policies, if your personnel or someone is arrested, no one is allowed to enter the office unless you are the person's lawyer. If you are not the lawyer, you will not be allowed to enter the office, because when they arrest you, they will release you after they have gotten all the information they want from you, or you have agreed to their bail terms. If not, you will never be released. But minority in parliament went to their office to make a case so that they will release Chairman Wontumi. But when this issue came out and they arrested Chairman Wontumi, the issue was too much. One of the cases was international organized syndicate. So this issue is very huge, and it's not something that you can just make noise and they will release Chairman Wontumi. They said he has cost the country a lot, money laundering. Even after some days, Exim Bank also brought an issue that they have with Chairman Wontumi, and they want to add that issue to the case on board, which means Chairman Wontumi has a lot to handle throughout this year. So allegedly, you are into money laundering, fraud, and even having issues with international affiliates. Then you have a lot in this year. But after the interrogation, they said they can release Chairman Wontumi, then proceed with the investigation only if Chairman Wontumi could pay 50 million Ghana cedis bail with true sureties, which means either you provide 50 million Ghana cedis, or provide an account, or provide an evidence, or if you have any property which equates to 50 million Ghana cedis, they can release Chairman Wontumi, then proceed with the investigation. And the problem now is anyone who submits documents of his or her properties to bail Chairman Wontumi, the properties will be investigated. The minority members find it difficult to provide documents for them to release Chairman Wontumi, because if you send any documents or your properties documents to the office, they will investigate, and these two will bring a lot of problems in the country, because they think if I send my house documents, they will ask, how did I get this kind of property within the short period in office? And this will also bring a lot of issues in the country. So none of them want to submit his or her properties documents for them to release or bail Chairman Wontumi. So today is the third day of Chairman Wontumi's arrest, and he is still at Iyoko's office. And people are complaining bitterly. They said, why is that? What is happening to Chairman Wontumi? So the minority said they will never attend to any issue in Parliament until they have released Chairman Wontumi. And the issues against Chairman Wontumi is mind-blowing, because how? Allegedly you are into frauding, money laundering, and other things, and other international organized syndicates. Then it means Chairman Wontumi has a lot to go through this year, because all the properties you have acquired, these issues can take most of them from you. Because we think when the issue came, people thought it's about Galamsey issue. You know, Galamsey has been a take in our flesh, and many Ghanaians are complaining about it. You know, Galamsey has destroyed the water bodies and the vast forests we have in the country. So most Ghanaians are against this kind of menace. And when they arrested Chairman Wontumi, people thought it's just about Galamsey. But when the cases came out, they realized it's beyond Galamsey. Fraud, money laundering, and other international issues are part of this arrest. Then Chairman Wontumi has a lot to go through. So we are following up more to get information about his release. But until he has paid these 50 million Ghana cedis and provide true sureties, Chairman Wontumi will never be released. And minority in Parliament said they will really do everything in their power to make sure Chairman Wontumi is released. We want the best for the country, but if someone does something against the law or something illegal, the person has to face the law. And if the person has caused any financial loss to the country, the law has to deal with the person. If you are NPP or NDs or other party member and you cause financial loss to the country, the law will deal with you. It doesn't matter your party is in power. If you are caught, the law will deal with you. So if Chairman Wontumi is found against these cases, then he has to face the law. It's not about favoritism or the person is your party member. Let the law work. If what they're saying is true, then let him face the law. Because if he is your party member, you should not have to make noise and say that they should release him even if the cases are true. No, the law does not work that way. He has to face the law, and if he is able to settle the bail agreement, then he's good to go and the investigation will go on. But if he is not able to settle the bail, then he will still be in the Yoko's office for them to get what they want. That is how the system works. You cannot make noise or do anything against the legal actions of the state. We are the same people complain that when someone does something bad in the country, the law does nothing about it, and the leaders in the country feel like it's not their case because the person is the party member. But now, if the person has found doing something bad to the state, he has to be arrested, and the legal proceedings should go on. That is how the system has to be. So we thank God this thing is going on, and it has enlightened a lot of youth in the country, because if you're making any dealings, you know how to handle it, and you know that what you're doing is good or bad, or if you are found, then you face the law. Imagine if you are arrested by Yoko and none of your family members or anyone has gone to the office to pay this or make this settlement, then what will happen to you? That is how the system is. So make sure anything you do, you are careful about it, and if you are arrested, you go through a lot in the country. Because when the minority went and sat on the floor of Yoko's office, people are saying, so if a normal citizen in the country is arrested and his or her family members go to the Yoko's office and make noise around their office, would they be permitted, or would the system allow them to do that? Or because it's political entity, that is why this is allowed to happen? And people have raised a lot of concern about this. Why should you go there and sit on the floor and make noise that they should release Wontumi? Is this how the country should work? No. Let's do the best and let people who have been charged face the law. Thank you very much. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, like and share my videos. Thank you.